Hi, good morning. It's Charlotte, the career mentor for actors. How are you doing? It's another Monday and it's another mindset day. And today I thought I would talk about the vision. So it's really easy as time goes on to start scaling back our vision, our dream. I prefer the word vision because visionaries are people who imagine something before it exists, go and create it, whereas dreamers can sound a little bit like we stay out of action, if that makes sense. But you get what I'm saying. Your dream, your vision. As we go along in the acting career, we start to scale it down if we're not careful, mainly because I think we speak to other people who are maybe not visionaries and are doing sort of more regular 9 to 5 kind of career paths, and our visions are outside of their sort of understanding on some level. So it seems unrealistic. So after a while, their questions about how unrealistic it is and our experience of it not happening maybe at the speed or pace we'd like it to makes us start to feel that we're not being realistic, that we are actually being dreamers rather than visionaries. And so we start to scale back the vision and the dream to something realistic. And so I'm just here to remind you to get back to that vision, and you may need to take some time and recall what it was. What was the vision, the dream, if there wasn't reality, which to me, and I'm sure I've done a video on this, I know I have. So look up reality or realism in either the Facebook group or the YouTube group, and I think you'll find a video on it. Reality is very much an individual thing and is fluid. And I gave this example to someone else the other day, that before the Wright brothers invented flight, it wasn't realistic to fly, and they made flying a reality and therefore realistic by changing reality, if that makes sense, or what was a perception of reality, a perception of fact that something wasn't possible. So as soon as that's disproved, it becomes possible and gets incorporated into reality, and now flying is pretty normal. And I think the same is true, and this is mentioned in so many personal development books about the 4-minute mile. It seemed impossible to break it. I hope I've got that right. And then it was broken, and then lots of people broke it because the belief that it was impossible got shattered as much as the record, and that meant that other people knew it was possible, tried harder or for longer or whatever they needed to do. So the mentality, the belief is so important. And that's why I think we'll start scaling it back and we get realistic. And I sit down with people and I say, what's the vision? And they say, oh, I just want to work. And that is not why we went into acting, because we just want to work. There's loads of jobs we could do if we just wanted to work. And I get it. I get we want to be acting continuously and have ongoing acting jobs. So I do get it, but it's not exciting. It's not a get out of bed. It's not going to push you through the difficult stuff that we sometimes have to do, or the tedious stuff. Sometimes it's not about this big, massive challenge. We're not out there fighting a big, massive dragon, and there's a really victorious kind of overcoming. Sometimes it's just day-to-day tedium stuff that we have to get done. It feels uncomfortable. It's not sexy. It's not cool. Doesn't feel like it's getting us anywhere. But it's part of the stuff that is getting us somewhere in the big picture if you extrapolate those actions out. I often talk about the book, The Slight Edge. He talks about these small things, easy to do, easy not to do, and they're the things that add up, accumulate to success. But day to day, they look like nothing, right? They look like, don't bother, it's not going to make a dramatic difference. So in order for us to push through our uncomfortability sometimes, or our desire to people please or be liked or fit in or be approved, we have to push through so much stuff, which is why the journey is so exciting in my view from a personal development level, because you've got to push through so much stuff. So in order to do that, we've got to have a really exciting, juicy vision. Now, you don't need to share it with anyone who will tell you that it's not realistic, or that anyone telling you it's not realistic that's by their standards of realism. Yeah. But so you don't have to tell everybody, but you need to tell yourself, and you should be able to tell your mentor, what is your vision? Because we want to hold that. That is our big hairy goal, do they call it, that we have and we focus on, and that's our vision. That's where we're headed to. Now, there's very practical, realistic things that we do in the day-to-day in order to get there, but you've got to hold that magnificent vision, because that is your juice and that's your inspiration. So my mini mindset for today is stop scaling back, because once you essentially settle in your head, and what you say to people is a settle, that is what will ultimately result. and possibly even less. So keep the vision, even if you don't want to share it with people who will think it's silly or ridiculous or unachievable. And lots of people will, until you do it, and then they'll think you're amazing, because that's also the route. So I totally get it if you don't want to share the vision with everybody, but you need to keep hold of it for yourself. So don't scale back, keep the vision. All right, guys, have a fantastic week. I'll see you next Monday. Take care. Bye.